Hey, it is your boy, KC Boxing. I hope you can hear me loud enough now because my granddaughter was in the other room sleeping. She wanted to spend the night with granddaddy because it's no school today, and happy Columbus Day to all my Italian brothers. All right? Now, we all know that a young man named Mr. Hanson discovered America, but the history books will go with Christopher Columbus, which they pretty much gave Mr. Hanson a shaft, but we all know the truth. All right? Now, Shawn Porter, he elevated his status maybe about 2%, and that's it. Earl Spence, when they fought, he elevated his status up even higher. It was already high, but this is higher. Because why? Because he showed that he can fight on the inside as well on the outside. Now, I understand. This might be old news. I know this might not be a topic that you might be interested in. But sometimes a closed mouth. No. Don't get fed. No, I'm not going to say that. A closed mouth will never, ever let other enthusiasts in boxing know exactly how you feel. Now, I'm not coming down on Shawn Porter. No. It's not that. But I believe, and if I'm wrong, I got what you call a comment section. And I want you to comment. And I believe that Shawn Porter, when he fought Earl Spence, some people say it was close. Terrence Crawford said Shawn won. Of course he's going to say that because they are friends. And of course, Earl Spence is his nemesis, which he might as well give that up because, for the simple fact, Earl has surpassed him in popularity, in belts, and pretty much in fan base. So you have to understand, yes, Earl is from Dallas, Texas, preferably DeSoto, Texas, right outside. That's one of his fan base. Brooklyn, New York in general is his other fan base. Born and raised in one, and raised in another. That's two fan base. Now, let's analyze Shawn Porter fan base. Now, his fan base, I would assume Ohio, but as I stated once before, it's many Ohioans that doesn't believe in Shawn Porter's status. They doesn't believe that he should be a boxer. Sure, some think he's a bully. Some thinks he uses his head. Some even say he's a dirty fighter. Now, I'm not gonna co-sign none of those because I don't believe in none of those. I believe that he's just a brawler. I believe that he's more athletic than anything. But fundamental, no. Does he work behind his jab? No. Does he throw a jab? Yes. But only as a range finder. That's all. He would get 2 or 3 off. But that fight went just like I told you it was going to go. Shawn Porter's going to try something different at first. But before we even hit the third round, he's going to revert back to what he knows. Now, of course, he try to do like he do other unaware opponents by trying to change angles and do this and that. But Earl grabbed him. No, you ain't finna spin me. I'm finna spin you. And it was tit for tat, and it was a great fight. Argumentally, I would say this is the fight of the year. But I don't want to go there again, you see. We've been there. We've done that. We talked about that for damn near since the fight. Now, we all know something happened between the fights, and now that is being taken care of. That's being improved. That's is over with. Now, we have to understand this, people. We really have to understand this. Now, Porter Star did rise quickly. Now, I'm not going to hop on it too much. You know, and this was what, you know, we talked about this last month. Hell, at the end of last month. But he never shined as bright as Spence did. Hello? Let me read you a little something that one of my key sources, or how can you say it, one of my people I check with, and one of my pretty much let your ass know that I'm telling the truth. Quote and unmotherfucking quote. Let me just put it that way. All right? Now, we're talking about something that happened a while back, but in my mind, I analyze shit from frame to frame. All right? From round to round. I can take one round and we can discuss that round for that week. I can take that next round. Hell, I can take 12 weeks and talk about 12 rounds. Because I am that type of OG that tells shit the way shit is. And I'm sorry. Now, we all know, so there's no bias in this shit, that Jamel and Jamal Charlo, I think, are one of the greatest fighters that ever walked the state of Texas. Hell, even walked the state of the United States of America. The same fighters that salute the flag like I do. Now, as I move on, if I may, Preacher OG gonna preach to you right now. Somewhat. Now, just more than 5 years ago. Now, people said, well, as I sat a few rows from the ring at the DC Armory in town to do a story on the latest Adrian Broner renaissance. Now, not me, just follow me. I believe Shawn Porter was the future of the welterweights. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was still 13 months away from starting a Pacquiao-Berto farewell tour. If that's what you want to call it, I call it bullshit. Now, but there was already a herd of young bucks angling to be the next big post money thing at 147. Now, Porter joined the belted class that night with a 4-round splattering of then IBF champ Paulie Malignaggi, who can talk that talk but never could walk that walk. Only 7 knockouts in his whole career. Now, banishing mentally less than vintage, the Magic Man, from the upper echelon, with a beating that was nevertheless so thorough that it left a visceral image of ferocity. Now, he battered a tough city kid to a point where I actually feared for the Brooklyn natives' safety. Now, the sky is definitely the motherfucking limit. Now, I recall thinking as I made a midnight walk across the parking lot to the subway. And y'all follow me. Just follow me here, all right? Follow the OG. OG ain't gonna tell you shit wrong, all right? And it turns out, though, that it was a little more mirage than masterpiece. Porter's time at top, the IBF, he ended in his first defense against Cal Brook. And even though he's laid claim to the WBC belt amid a subsequent run of 6 wins and 7 fights, I never regained the vibe. Being that pedestrian likes of Adrian Broner, Eric Bonet, and Adrian Granados wasn't worthy of a needle move. Other words, it did not move his career up. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't have a fan-friendly style. That's just the way it is, Shawn. That's the way it is, K. Diddy. And even a surprise to me. Defeated Danny Garcia late last summer. Was followed up with a springtime split nod over Dennis Ugas. That even our Dent Porter supporters could actually label as a generous decision. See, he is not that boxer. He's that brawler. He's that street fighter. He's that guy that takes his head and open up the guard. And at the same time, he's successful, but he's going to bust your shit up. He's going to cut you. And we all seen that in the Earl Spence fight. He's rugged, yes. He's determined, yes. But it's been a few years since he's been really at his best. Yes, he wanted to be Earl so bad that he got confused. This is KQKC opinion. I told you. Just like we all got assholes. We have opinions just like that. Now you don't have to agree with me. I told you this was my channel. This is what my channel's about. Agree to disagree. And I want you to tell me how you feel in a comment section. See, Shawn Porter got where he got by, I don't want to say bullying. I don't want to say weight bullying. But he got what he got as a pressure fighter. A fighter that jumps on you, not allowing you to think. Now, a smart fighter like Spence did, he kept that jab and he kept that left hand cocked. Then he stopped. He stopped Shawn Porter from coming in there recklessly. He still came in, but he came in there recklessly. It wasn't no change. I don't care you brought in Barry Hunter. I don't care you brought in motherfucking Bill Clinton. Motherfucking you didn't do shit. All right? So, now, I don't want to get off course here. I know it's a long video, but just bear with the G, all right? And I'll go back over this when we get into our show. But we have to admit, right now, Earl Spence is the top welterweight. I don't give a fuck. He's in a hospital or on a beach. He is the top welterweight right at this very second. Now, why do you say that, KQKC? Number one, he has done great pay-per-view numbers back to back. Now, Terrence Crawford's a good fighter. Nothing against him. Matter of fact, I kind of like the way he fight and his attitude inside the ring. Remember, inside the ring. And he have to admit, yes, Earl Spence is making strides. Earl Spence is making moves. Earl Spence is doing what I have not yet to accomplish. 2 belts, promoting his own self, cutting out the middleman. The money comes straight to me and not through Bob Aaron hands. Now, I don't know, should I say this or not? But you know me, I keep it 100. I'm gonna say it. Terrence Crawford, you need to look up to Earl Spence. You need to take notes on Earl Spence lifestyle. You need to take notes on his business mind, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, don't forget, Shawn Porter. The reason why, Shawn, that you thought you made the pay-per-view is because everybody, even K. Diddy, your daddy, Barry Hunter, your daddy best friend, said you was good. And I ain't forgot about you with still wearing a Jerry curl, Shane Mosley. See, everybody's saying that you this great boxer, you this and that. So it kind of like went to your head. That's why you said, well, I guess those people there for you. And that's why Earl said, yes, they are. They love me. And you know what? We do. Yes, Shawn Porter did do an interview with the LDBC, but his back was against the wall. He knew he needed us on his side. He knew he needed us because we are not casual fans, no matter what Terrence Crawford and Camp will say. I told you, I keep it 100 goddamn %. And I'm not going to back down for nobody. And it is what it is. Now, oh sure, you got the Ohioan built as Showtime, who would share a pay-per-view unification stage with another champ. Yes, he in heaven. And you know what? I really believe this. I might be wrong. But Earl said, first of all, Shawn, you're not pay-per-view worthy. You're just not. So Shawn is refusing to fight because he want to fight on pay-per-view. That's his long time dream after all these years. See, remember, Shawn Porter, he can never get up there. You know, something like the Charlos, can never get up that hill and go over that wall. He never could. And frankly, he haven't. Just because he fought Earl Spence in a close fight, that doesn't mean anything. It's no moral victories. It's no moral victories. Either you win or you fucking lose. And yes, Shawn Porter might want to think about changing his style. You can't do it in one training camp. But you're going to have to start trying because you're not a fan-friendly fighter. Now, sure, some people cheer it on so you can beat the hell out of somebody or somebody beat the hell out of you because they know what type of fighter you are. Now, you do come to fight. You do stay in shape. You do keep your weight down. But the fundamentals is not there. You have all the smokes and mirrors and no goddamn substance. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell the truth. That's what I do. That's what KQKC does. Now, if you like the content of this video, matter of fact, if you love the content of this video, feel free right now to subscribe. Hit the bell icon. That way, you will get notified each and every time I do a live stream or a video. Now, keep in mind, my show starts today again, Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Central Time, right out there for non-international boxing. My brother, my sister station, my host on OG Boxing. That's one thing he can tell you. That's one thing Blood Boxing can tell you. That's one thing Kurt Anderson can tell you. That's one thing about KQ. I will tell it like it is. Deal with the consequences on a later date. Or deal with the consequences at all. Because some people, Terrence Crawford, he knows the truth. He knows what I'm saying is correct. He knows he's a lonely man on a lonely island. He knows Pamper Bob don't have no money to promote him and green fried tomatoes or green machine, whatever fuck you want to call him. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I keep it real. And I'm going to keep it real. Some people say, oh, gee, what about this and what about that? And I tell you this, Shawn Porter, I'm not going to take his IBF former champion away from him. I'm not going to take his WC belt that he received away from him. See, keep this in mind, my brothers and sisters of the LDBC and subscribers of KQKC. Once a champion, always a champion. See, Earl holds the IBF, but that's not the same belt. As I mentioned once before, yes, you get the belt in the ring, you shine and take pictures with it and everything. But once you get in that back, you have to get that belt back. And you get your new one within a week or two. With your name on it. You see? And it comes in a little nice case. It's a black suitcase it come in. Briefcase, I'm sorry. And it's nice. And you feel good. See, Floyd has all his, laid out in his movie theater. All of them say WBC. And I will be talking about that. Because if you're the greatest, if you are the greatest of all times, you won't be just great in the WBC. You'll be great in the IBF. You'll be great. Holyfield explained it very, very, very precisely. So, with that, I am KQ, KC Boxing. Peace and love to you, And shout out to the almighty LDBC. I definitely will see you at 12:30 p.m. I'm out of here, and I'm on to the next one. Peace.